One thing I really miss from my time in corporate sales is watching the shadiest reps possible get fired when they were on vacation. There were only two reasons people would get fired besides missing quota. The first was reaching out to HR to complain about someone above you in the company. We used to always joke that there was an invisible, countdown timer on your back the second you reached out to HR. And some of you might be asking, what if it was a legitimate complaint? The more legitimate the complaint about someone above you, the faster you were going to get fired. Shout out to HR never having your back and always protecting the higher ups. And the second reason people would get fired was a mixture of being super shady and incompetent. If you were just incompetent, that was fine. They would let you do that for years, even decades. Shout out to George. But the number one time people would get fired was always on vacation. It always blew my mind. And the process was this. You would find a rep on your team to cover for you and then go tell your boss that this rep was going to cover for them, right? Because obviously your boss could not cover because they were that impressive at the company and they really came in handy. Shout out to George again. But yeah, I just think that's always wild that bosses can't actually cover you when you were on vacation. Anyways, a lot of people this happened to. I was always surprised. And just a word of advice to reps, if you're doing stuff that's like super shady, you can't just put your out of office on and have your customers contact someone else. You're probably going to get caught. The worst offender I ever saw, this kid was amazing. There used to be this process back in the day. I'm sure they've closed the loophole, but basically you could ring a gift card out and then you could refund it. And somehow there was a specific way where there was still a balance on that card, which was hilarious. But then you have this weapon, right? You have this card that you can, pay people's bills with, buy stuff with. And a lot of people in the company had figured this out and they would do it, I don't know, once or twice every 9 months to have a little fun now and then. This kid was just lighting it up. So the person that covered for him, they were helping his customers, and one of the customers was like, hey, I'm going to order 3 phones. I want to bill it to the account. So a good rep, you're supposed to check the account because if they have a past due balance, they can't bill it to the account. And he looks, he's like, oh, they have like a $8,000 credit balance. That's weird. Maybe just something happened, blah, blah, blah. So he processes it. That happens to every account that day. He's like, none of these accounts have paid a bill in like 6 months. They all had huge credit balances. And yeah, that's how that kid got fired, which is insane that he didn't think this was going to happen when he went on vacation. Shout out to gift cards.